Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We hope you enjoy the content on our channel and you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button. We're back with our weekly What's for Dinner with some brand new, easy meals for you guys. We hope you enjoy all the food in this week's video. For the first meal this week, I'm going to start off by poaching 2 chicken breasts in some bouillon and flavored water for about 20 minutes. I'm going to chop up some onion and then start finely dicing some corn tortillas. I am so glad it's soup season. This is a chicken tortilla soup. I'm going to get some oil going in my soup pot and then add the diced onions and the diced up corn tortilla strips and saute those. Then we add a can of undrained diced tomatoes. And the seasonings, I'm adding a tablespoon of cumin and half a tablespoon of chili powder, but I am cutting this in half for the two of us. I'll leave a link to the recipe with the full ingredient amounts, but again, I'm cutting it in half. Then we're going to add some chicken broth, and I do have this everything but the elote seasoning on hand from Trader Joe's, so I'm adding some of that as well. After we bring it to a boil, we will put it on a simmer, add about a teaspoon of salt, cayenne pepper to taste, up to 1/4 teaspoon, and let it simmer for 30 minutes. While my soup was simmering, I took some of my homemade ranch mix and started making a dressing to go on a salad to go with the soup. I just add some mayonnaise and milk, and I do this more to taste. It depends on how thick you want it. To make the homemade ranch Mexican or Tex-Mex, I usually add lime and cumin. But I do have this now, thanks to a very sweet friend, so I may add a little of that too and taste it and see how it works. I always taste and adjust as I go, but really, y'all, salad dressings are the easiest thing in the world. They really only take about 2 or 3 minutes to mix up. Then I took a stack of 3 more corn tortillas and cut them into long strips. This is actually my favorite part of the meal, and one of the main reasons I love to make this chicken tortilla soup. You either spray or brush on some olive oil and then coat liberally in some kosher salt and toast them in their oven or a toaster. After the 30 minutes, I fished the bay leaves out and stirred the soup. This is the consistency we like it. If you like it with more broth, you would need to add more chicken stock at the beginning and then add your poached or cooked chicken, and you can easily use rotisserie chicken for this one. I am so glad that it is soup season. We've got some chicken tortilla soup. We will top it with a little dash of lime juice, Tim's favorite, the crispy tortilla strips, some shredded Monterey Jack. That's white sour cream in a white bowl. I made us a quick salad with some Mexican-ish homemade ranch. In spite of me not liking tomatoes, I actually really do like this soup. You could add the cilantro, which I leave out for personal taste, and even though the original recipe doesn't call for green chilies, I know a lot of people like them in their chicken tortilla soup. And we will top them and fix our salads. Soup and salad is what's for dinner tonight. For this meal, I started by finely dicing some red onion. I'm going to add it to some shredded coleslaw mix from a bag. A bag for 2 people makes more than enough for 1 meal. Coleslaw to me wilts really easily, so I'm going to take this bag and make 2 different slaws this week. This one is a Baja slaw. I'm going to add some cumin, cayenne pepper, lime juice, salt and pepper, and sour cream. For another easy side dish, I'm going to make a corn salad. This one uses a can of Mexicorn or Fiesta corn. I've also made this with plain kernel corn. I've also used frozen. I've done this one before. This is like a Mexican street corn salad. I added some mayonnaise, sour cream, lime juice, some more of this elote seasoning, and the star of the dish, I'm still working on this bag of cotija cheese. I do this to taste. I add a little, taste it, add whatever else I want. The original recipe also calls for some finely diced red onion, and for most everybody else but me, you would add cilantro to this. Taste and adjust. I thought it needed some more seasoning, so I added some more black pepper and some more of the elote seasoning, and then a whole lot more of the cotija cheese, but make it yours to fit your palate. For the protein, I took one cod fillet out of my freezer and thawed it. I put a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of orange juice, and some of my homemade taco seasoning on it. Flipped it, seasoned both sides. Tim was thrilled, needless to say. And then I just pan sauteed it in a little bit of oil in a hot pan until it was cooked on both sides. I wish I cooked fish more often. If Tim liked it, I would. Fish cooks so quick, and it's probably a little bit healthier for you than some other things you could be eating. Trying to create a little less leftovers, so we're having a very light meal tonight. To go on the corn tortillas, we did a quick fish taco with just some taco seasoning and orange and lime juice, some avocado on the side, the Baja Slaw either on the side or on the fish taco, and the Mexican street corn salad. Hopefully this will be enough for Tim. I think he's hungry, he's ready to eat. Fish tacos and sides is what's for dinner tonight. For tonight's meal, I'm going to make a warm vinaigrette that's going to go over the rest of the coleslaw mix. I did cut this in half. I used 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a half a teaspoon of olive oil, and 1½ tablespoons of brown sugar. And I heated this in the microwave for about 1 minute. I seasoned the vinaigrette with just a pinch of salt and mixed it up. Got the rest of my coleslaw mix out. I did take it out of the bag and pick through it. I find that these bags have a lot of the big pieces and the core that I really don't like, so I try to pull that out and chopped it up a little bit and then added the warm vinaigrette and mixed it all up. This is called a country apple slaw, so I added a whole lot of diced red apple, some craisins, and black pepper. I took out a package of boneless, skinless chicken thighs and patted them as dry as I could because I'm going to spray them with some olive oil and then put some seasonings on them. I used some Mrs. Dash chicken, some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb, and some Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute, and both sides. I have not tried boneless, skinless chicken thighs in the air fryer. We're going to keep an eye on them. I will flip them halfway, but I've sprayed them, put seasoning on them, and I'm going to try them 360 probably for about 18 minutes. But my best friend when I'm cooking meat like this is my meat thermometer, so I will get that out and see when they register 165. Free. Looking pretty good. Flip them and check them probably 2 minutes shy of the 18. Towards the end of the cooking time, I started finally dicing half of a gala apple, really small pieces. If you can tell, this slaw is for me. Tim's not fond of apples and raisins. Thankfully, I married a man who does not really prefer mashed potatoes from real potatoes. He's perfectly happy with them from potato flakes. My only concession is I add a lot of butter and milk. Checking on these frozen green beans that were free, I seasoned them with some salt, pepper, and my favorite Tony Chachere's seasonings. I got the chicken out of the air fryer and split the thighs into 2 bowls. I put barbecue sauce on Tim's, and this bottle I'm still using is a Parmesan garlic wing sauce that I've been trying to find ways to use up. Then finish the coleslaw. We will see how the boneless, skinless chicken thighs did in the air fryer. I tossed Tim's with barbecue sauce, mine with the bottled garlic Parmesan wing sauce I'm still trying to use up. I'm not a barbecue fan. I did some of the green beans, some quick mashed potatoes. I made 1 measure of coleslaw, left half of it for Tim plain, added some diced apples, and it was supposed to be raisins. I didn't have raisins. And so I added craisins to mine for a country apple slaw. We will fix our plates. Tim is very excited about this one.
Love me some barbecue chicken.
He loves barbecue. And that's what's for dinner today. Time to make another sauce. I'm going to make a honey mustard to go with the crispy chicken strips. I use this bowl where I can see. I put a dab of mayonnaise. I mix 2 kinds of mustard, a stone ground and a Dijon, and then add the same amount of honey. I just eyeball it. And then after that's really well combined, then I start streaming in the vinegar. I've said before, I don't measure, I just count. I count 1 stream of white wine vinegar, and then I count 3 streams of a good light olive oil. I'm making this a little thinner to make a dressing out of it for a salad with the crispy chicken, and then season to taste with some salt and pepper. Taste it and adjust to your taste. I was so glad to finally find a decent looking head of lettuce in the grocery store. This was some romaine, so I chopped it up. Really big pieces for Tim, really small, finely diced pieces for me. I took my vegetable peeler and shaved a whole bunch of strips of carrots the way Tim likes it. Taking a bit of a break again today. We're just having a large salad. My produce drawer was lacking, so I rely heavily on my pantry this time of year and add things like craisins, croutons, nuts to what I had. I did boil some hard-boiled eggs, and in the air fryer I crisped up some breaded chicken strips. Came out of a big bag from Sam's. We will cut up the chicken strips and add to the salad, and I made a quick 90-second homemade honey mustard vinaigrette. Fried chicken salads is what's for dinner today. I keep my brown rice in the freezer and take it out. I measured out, instead of using a regular measuring cup, I don't know why. When I first got my Instant Pot, I found a recipe online at a website. I'll try to leave a link to it. They said to use a Pyrex. What? I measured out a cup of brown rice, put it in a cup of water for 15 minutes in the Instant Pot, and then NPR for 5. I saw this idea on Food Network. I think it was on the show The Kitchen. They used hoisin sauce and freshly squeezed orange juice. I just used jarred, which I had on hand, and just kind of eyeballed it and tasted and adjusted. I steamed some pot stickers in my Instant Pot. These will steam for 4 minutes. I chopped up some chicken for a stir fry. I used 1 breast and a couple of thighs, boneless, skinless thighs. I seasoned them really well with garlic powder and powdered ginger. Salt and pepper. And I sprinkled on a lot of cornstarch and tossed the cubed chicken in that. Haven't had Chinese in at least a week or 2, so I was having heavy withdrawals. So we tried the new recipe for like a hoisin glazed chicken. I did use both a breast and some little thighs. I cooked some brown rice earlier. Tim will be thrilled for the brown rice. Steamed some pot stickers, steamed some edamame, did crab rangoon in the air fryer. It only takes 6 minutes in mine, 3 minutes per side at 350. I saved some of the sauce. Tim will probably like it on his rice. We will fix our plates. I'm very excited about this one. Chinese is what's for dinner today. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this week. Take care. Have a wonderful and truly blessed day.